Hello and good day. Welcome to our video channel, God's Promises. And today's video will be a fast, concise overview, book of 2 Samuel, chapter 13. Let's get started now. The story of 2 Samuel chapter 13 is a tragic one that serves as a cautionary tale about the destructive nature of sin and the consequences that follow. The chapter opens with the introduction of Amnon, the firstborn son of King David, and his desire for his half-sister, Tamar. Amnon becomes obsessed with Tamar and, with the help of a friend, hatches a plan to be alone with her. Amnon feigns illness and requests that Tamar prepare food for him in his private quarters. When Tamar arrives, Amnon seizes her and forces himself upon her. Tamar pleads with Amnon to stop and reminds him of the shame and dishonor that will come from such an act. Amnon ignores her cries and rapes her. Afterward, Amnon sends Tamar away, and she is left devastated and alone. When King David hears of the incident, he is enraged, but he does nothing to punish Amnon. Tamar's brother Absalom, who is also David's son, is filled with anger and resentment over his sister's abuse and his father's inaction. Absalom bides his time and 2 years later, invites Amnon to a feast where he orders his servants to kill Amnon. The tragic story of Tamar and Amnon is a powerful example of the destructive nature of sin and its far-reaching consequences. Amnon's lust and desire for Tamar led him to commit a terrible act of violence that destroyed Tamar's life and ultimately cost Amnon his own. The story also highlights the importance of justice and accountability. David, as the king and father of both Tamar and Amnon, had a responsibility to protect and care for both of his children. Instead, he turned a blind eye to Amnon's sin and failed to hold him accountable for his actions. This lack of justice and accountability ultimately led to the violent retribution carried out by Absalom. The teaching application of 2 Samuel chapter 13 is clear. Sin, especially in the form of lust and sexual immorality, can have devastating consequences not just for the sinner but for those around them. It is vital that we take responsibility for our actions and seek justice and accountability when wrongs are committed. Furthermore, as Christians, we are called to protect the vulnerable and stand up against injustice. David's failure to do so ultimately led to tragedy, but we have the opportunity to learn from his mistakes and act differently. We must not only resist the temptation to sin ourselves but also work to create a world where sin and abuse are not tolerated, and justice and accountability are held in high regard. In conclusion, the story of 2 Samuel chapter 13 serves as a reminder of the destructive nature of sin and the importance of accountability and justice. As Christians, we must strive to live lives that honor God and protect the vulnerable, and we must hold ourselves and others accountable when we fall short of these standards. Thank you for visiting us today. Please share with us your favorite Bible chapter below in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does help our channel grow. Looking forward to see you back here for our next video. Always take good care.